Bizarre, prehistoric animals, a journey into Earth's distant past. The history of life on Earth is a rich and fascinating tapestry filled with creatures that defy the imagination. From the distant age of the dinosaurs to the mysterious world of early life forms, the prehistoric world was home to many bizarre and extraordinary animals. These creatures, shaped by the specific environmental conditions of their time, often exhibited characteristics that seem almost unbelievable by modern standards. Some were colossal in size, while others displayed features that were unlike anything living today. This article will explore some of the most bizarre prehistoric animals, from the well-known giants to the obscure oddities that once roamed the Earth. 1. Aralon, the giant sea turtle. One of the largest sea turtles to ever exist, Aralon lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 70 to 100 million years ago. Unlike modern sea turtles, which can grow up to 6 feet, 1.8 meters in length, Aralon reached an astonishing 13 feet 4 meters in length and weighed around 2,000 kilograms, 4,400 pounds. With a shell the size of a small car and flippers designed for efficient swimming, Aralon was an apex predator in the warm, shallow seas of the Mesozoic era. Its massive size and relatively gentle nature make it an interesting example of the unexpected diversity in marine reptiles. What makes Aralon so bizarre is its combination of traits: a giant turtle shape with flippers designed for long-distance swimming, an apparent lack of the hard, sharp features seen in many marine predators, and its sheer size that dwarfed the turtles of today. Its diet likely consisted of jellyfish, small fish, and other soft-bodied marine creatures, but due to its size, it could have been a formidable presence in its aquatic ecosystem. 2. The Rhizinosaurus, the scythe lizard. The Rhizinosaurus, whose name means scythe lizard, is a theropod dinosaur that lived during the late Cretaceous period. Its most striking feature is its enormous claws, which could grow over 3 feet, 1 meter long. These claws were far larger than anything seen in any other theropod species and were likely used for defense, foraging, or possibly even in mating displays. What makes the Rhizinosaurus particularly bizarre is its combination of features. It was a herbivorous dinosaur, which is unusual for a theropod, the group that typically includes meat-eating dinosaurs like T-Rex. Despite its imposing claws and large size, the Rhizinosaurus is believed to have fed on plants, using its claws to strip leaves from trees or perhaps to protect itself from predators. Its body, covered in feathers, and its long curved neck further add to its strange, almost alien appearance. Its bizarre characteristics make it one of the most enigmatic dinosaurs ever discovered. 3. Hallucigenia. The spiky worm, Hallucigenia, is one of the strangest and most bizarre creatures ever discovered in the fossil record. This tiny, spiny animal lived around 505 million years ago during the Cambrian period. It was part of a group called lobopods, which are known for their segmented bodies and numerous legs. Hallucigenia was less than 2 inches, 5 centimeters long, but its odd body structure makes it unforgettable. With 7 pairs of long, spiny legs, Hallucigenia seems to be an animal out of a fever dream. The creature's body was elongated, and it had spikes protruding from its back. Early scientists had trouble interpreting the fossil, initially thinking that the spikes were legs and the legs were tentacles. In fact, Hallucigenia is thought to have moved along the seafloor in a worm-like manner, with its spiky legs acting as a form of defense against predators. What is most bizarre about Hallucigenia is its almost comical appearance, an animal that appears to be a cross between a worm, a spider, and a sea urchin. Despite its small size, it plays an important role in understanding early animal evolution, representing one of the first creatures with a true segmented body. 4. Megaloceros. The The giant Irish elk. The Megaloceros, or giant Irish elk, is one of the largest members of the deer family ever to exist. It roamed across Europe and parts of Asia during the Pleistocene epoch, around 400,000 years ago. Despite its name, it was neither an elk nor confined to Ireland. Megaloceros is most famous for its extraordinary antlers, which could span up to 12 feet, 3.6 meters from tip to tip, twice the size of any antlers found in modern deer species. These enormous antlers were likely used in displays of dominance during mating season and may have also been used in combat with other males. The sheer size of Megaloceros and its extravagant antlers make it one of the most visually bizarre prehistoric creatures. It is believed that the size of the antlers, combined with the deer's large body, standing up to 7 feet tall at the shoulder, would have made navigating dense forests difficult, leading some scientists to speculate that Megaloceros may have lived in more open plains. The giant Irish elk eventually went extinct around 7,700 years ago, likely due to a combination of climate change, overhunting, and habitat loss. 5. Dimetrodon, the pre-dinosaur reptile. Dimetrodon is often mistakenly associated with dinosaurs, but it lived long before the first true dinosaurs appeared. This reptile roamed the Earth during the Ciceralian period, around 295 million years ago, in what is now North America. It is famous for its large sail-like structure on its back, formed by elongated spines connected by a membrane. The sail of Dimetrodon has puzzled scientists for years. Some theories suggest it was used for temperature regulation, helping the animal absorb heat from the sun or dissipate excess warmth. Others speculate that it played a role in mating displays or as a defense mechanism against predators. Regardless of its function, the sail makes Dimetrodon one of the most iconic and bizarre prehistoric creatures. Dimetrodon was a carnivorous reptile, preying on smaller animals. It was not a dinosaur, but rather a synapsid, a group of reptiles that eventually gave rise to mammals. Its striking appearance and its place in evolutionary history make it a fascinating and bizarre member of the prehistoric world. 6. Glyptodon, the giant armadillo. Imagine a creature the size of a car, covered in thick, armored plates with a spiked tail that could cause serious damage. This was Glyptodon, a genus of giant, prehistoric armadillos that lived during the Pleistocene epoch, around 2.5 million to 10,000 years ago. These massive creatures were close relatives of the modern armadillo, but were much larger, with some species growing up to 13 feet 4 meters in length and weighing over 2,000 kilograms, 400 pounds. The armored shell of Glyptodon was made up of bony plates called osteoderms, which provided protection against predators like saber-toothed cats and early humans. The tail was similarly protected, and in some species it ended in a club-like structure, likely used for defense. Despite their intimidating appearance, Glyptodon was a herbivore, feeding on grasses, shrubs, and other vegetation. The animal's size and armor, combined with its relatively peaceful nature, make it one of the most bizarre herbivores of the Pleistocene. 7. Dunkleosteus, the armored fish. Living around 358 to 382 million years ago, Dunkleosteus was one of the largest placoderm fish, a group of armored fish that ruled the seas during the Devonian period. Growing up to 33 feet, 10 meters in length, Dunkleosteus was an apex predator with a powerful jaw and sharp, bony plates instead of teeth. It was capable of biting through almost anything, including other large fish, and had one of the most formidable feeding mechanisms in the animal kingdom. What made Dunkleosteus so bizarre was its ability to strike with immense force. Its jaw could open and close in less than 1/10 of a second, and the speed at which it could bite was estimated to be as fast as a modern alligator's. Additionally, its armor provided protection from smaller predators, making it a fearsome creature of the Devonian seas. Despite its terrifying appearance, Dunkleosteus went extinct around 359 million years ago, likely due to changing environmental conditions during the late Devonian extinction event. 8. Indricotherium, the largest land mammal. Indricotherium, also known as Paraceratherium, was an enormous hornless rhinoceros-like mammal that lived during the Oligocene epoch, about 34 to 23 million years ago. It is often regarded as the largest land mammal to ever walk the Earth, reaching heights of up to 16 feet, 5 meters, at the shoulder and weighing over 20 tons. Despite its size, it was herbivorous, feeding on the leaves and branches of trees in the forests of Central Asia. The sheer size of Indricotherium makes it one of the most bizarre animals in prehistoric history. Imagine a creature as tall as a 2-story building with the build of a giant rhino, but with no horns or armor. Its size and its place in the prehistoric ecosystem, grazing on vast amounts of plant life while avoiding predators, make it an iconic example of the diversity of ancient megafauna. Conclusion: the bizarre prehistoric animals described here are just a small sample of the incredible diversity of life forms that once populated the Earth. From the colossal marine turtles like Aralon to the spiny and mysterious Hallucigenia, these creatures defied the boundaries of what we might consider normal in terms of animal morphology and behavior. As paleontologists continue to uncover fossils and improve our understanding of Earth's distant past, who knows what other strange, bizarre, and awe-inspiring creatures may yet be discovered. What is certain, however, is that the prehistoric world was as extraordinary as it was diverse, filled with creatures that continue to captivate and amaze us today.